Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to or watching us on YouTube, dudes, thank you so much. This guy really appreciates it over here. There's so much out there in the world that could be taking your attention, so we really appreciate you giving us some of yours today. But you're going to learn soon enough. We're not toy experts. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's heartbreaking. It's big news to hear, but we're just enthusiasts. We're going to get things wrong, and that's okay. Right, Spoody?
No, wrong.
Okay. Or wrong.
I mean, not on the internet.
Well, all right. Let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny.
Hey, everybody. I'm just really happy to be here.
Oh, it really shows, too. Okay. On vocals and lead guitar, and a true master of the universe, the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
I'm really happy to be here
See?
today.
I'm not even supposed to be.
Was that so hard?
YouTube.
I'm always hard.
Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy, Spoody.
I'm here.
Thank you. Hi. I'm glad.
Are we? I think, yes, we are.
And hi, I'm Jason. That's what they call me, and I'm here to share my love of Transformers and all things awesome. You might have noticed, if you are on the YouTube, yet again, where are we?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm high. You said it just like a minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
That explains the intro.
Yep.
I'm high on Viagra.
Dudes, BBTS. What's that stand for, Corey?
That's nothing to do with Viagra.
No, that's true, but it does stand for a Big Bad Toy Store. And the next time you want to visit BBTS, use our affiliate link, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com, and it'll take you to the same Big Bad Toy Store you know and love. And doing it that way helps them know that we sent you there. Once again, edit those bookmarks to bbts.cracktasticplastic.com.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that nobody at BBTS actually listens to this podcast, or we probably would have lost our sponsorship.
They might hear.
No comment. Whether you're into action figures, plush toys, or any other kind of collectible, there's a certain allure to having not just one, but many iterations of your favorite character. From the joy of discovering unique variations, the pleasure of tracking down rare editions, to the creative ways collectors display their beloved duplicates. Today we're diving headfirst into a captivating topic that plagues many collectors, the art of amassing multiple versions of the same character.
That's weird.
That's a cool thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it on purpose.
And then later,
Just happened.
Never starts on purpose.
Elgin's going to take us to a gnarly toy store, man. You guys are going to love it, so stay tuned.
Gnarly?
That's right. Speaking of gnarly, you can also follow our gnarly tweets at Cracktastic Pod.
Can.
They're not called tweets anymore.
What are they called, Corey?
I don't know.
They're called X's.
They're just called
Are they?
X's?
No,
Because
that's...
they're all in Texas.
Or are they called O's?
Well, hey, I've been meaning to rewrite this, but all those links, just go to cracktasticplastic.com. You know that's the site. All the links are there. We're at all the places.
I think we should just keep calling them tweets and calling it Twitter, because it's going to be dead in a couple of months anyway, and we're just going to rewrite it and not have that on there anymore, right?
Oh, they should call it Twix.
You're making me hungry. While you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our other sponsor, toyhacks.com. They're going to be there forever, don't worry.
Heck yeah.
For all your repro label needs, they have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry for your toys. You know? So guns fall off the shelf and they get lost.
Yeah.
That happens.
Or vacuumed up.
Or vacuumed up.
Yeah.
and you can get some cool replacements there. They also have tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys. Sometimes stickers fall off the shelves and they get vacuumed up.
Especially when you play with them in the bathtub.
Especially. What? Hi, guy. Just get
Go eat some more Funyuns.
Okay. I didn't have any yet.
Oh.
Eat some more, though.
I had Ruffles and I had the good kind of Doritos.
We also have this awesome caption contest monthly. Why don't you tell them about that, Elgin?
Every month, we post a picture on all of our social media.
Including Twix.
Including
Twix.
the left Twix, not the right Twix.
Uh-huh.
And then you can write something funny, hopefully.
We hope every month.
And if it tickles our funny bone, we will choose you. We choose you. And give you a coupon.
I choose you.
Exactly. I bet my Wookiee.
Thank you.
And then we give you a coupon for $5 from Toy Hacks.
How great,
Where you
right?
can use it at toyhacks.com.
I was just like, this is the most serious. No, it didn't last long.
Yeah, I know. It never does.
But that's monthly at all of our social media outlet stores.
That's right. Thank you, toyhacks.com. But right now, let's talk about what we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, we are back. Let's go over to Corey Canny and see what he's picked up lately.
Not a lot.
Come on, you said the mailman showed up today.
He did. He showed up with one thing.
Oh.
He showed up with this. Well, okay, no, that's not true. He showed up with a magazine subscription that doesn't go to my house.
Cool. Did you keep it?
No, I put a little sticky note on it with an arrow pointing at the address and then put the flag up. Because I like being passive aggressive with people. Okay, so I got Crazy Legs. Here he is. I'm going to hold him up to the camera.
He's a G.I. Joe.
Oh, he's got a backpack.
He's a paratrooper.
Whoa.
The only reason I bought him was because I needed this little. Well, I needed his gun too, but I definitely needed this guy here. This is the stock.
That's it?
Yeah, everyone loses that thing, and then everyone charges like $25 or $30 for one when they find it.
And it just folds in.
Yeah, it pops out and gets lost. So, but yeah, it folds
And we're
in.
over here complaining about $40 headmaster heads.
Well,
Yeah, so there's that dumb little thing.
We can do both.
I got it from Tracy
true.
Chandler on
Thanks,
G.I.
Tracy.
Joe Trader PX. Yeah, he had it listed on one of his Facebook sales as Crazy Legs gun stock plus Crazy Legs and other stuff.
Because he knew.
And
How to
yeah,
sell it.
and then you've all been following the Tiger Force saga on the edge of your seats here, and me
there's a
fixing
saga?
crotches and
Oh,
stuff.
right.
No,
Okay.
nobody's paying attention. Nobody remembers this shit. But I got a bunch of Tiger Force stuff in the mail for really, really cheap because it was all shitty. And so here's Tiger Force Lifeline, and his dick was broke off, and so I unbroke his dick.
Cool.
That's crotch shot for you on YouTube.
Money shot right
There you go. So yeah, and I painted it, and I mixed the paint perfectly, and then when it dried, it darkened.
Yep.
So,
It does.
and I knew it was going to happen, and I thought I got it light enough, but I didn't.
Hey, nice crotch.
But yeah, Lifeline's got a peen again, and so do a couple of the Dusties, and so does my Tiger Force Outback. And I didn't bring any of those because you'd seen one dick, you'd seen them all. They're literally all the same, ladies. Everybody here, same size.
You could have picked a bigger size. Right. Manage expectations. I get it.
Yeah. So that's it for me. I don't have any Hot Wheels this week, which is weird.
What?
Weird.
I know.
You didn't stop at
you
any
had so
Dollar
many.
Generals on the way in?
I didn't stop anywhere on the way in. I'm leaving tomorrow to go with Eddie up to Russell's house, and then that's all we're doing is going to diecast shops all weekend. So
Next episode, folks.
yeah, I'll
Look
have like
out.
3
Bring a
things.
giant
Totes.
tote of.
Yeah, that's it for me. Everything else I brought is for the.
Cool. All right, Elgin, what you got?
Well, speaking of Tiger Force,
Ooh, look at that. There he is.
I have a Recondo from the Classified series. I believe I got this at Target. It was on sale. One of their like 30% off or 40% off sales. They
Looks
have
like
there.
he's going to have an accent.
Yeah, I think he's Australian.
Okay.
That's not a thing I know.
He's the jungle guy. I know that much.
He fights
Jungle
tigers.
Actually, he's from Wisconsin, so he probably doesn't actually.
Oh, yeah.
have
Oh, he's got an accent then.
yeah, exactly. Just not Australian.
It's the same.
Anyway, the whole reason I bought him was for what I've already done on the social medias. Is basically he looks like Jesse Ventura
Mustache Wars.
from Predator, from the '87 Predator movie. So it was really the whole reason for me getting this was to basically use any audio clips with Jesse Ventura and have him in that place, which I've already done, kind of, and posted stuff with that.
Daniel M. LeClaire, birthplace Wheaton, Wisconsin. Wheaton.
Why are you saying it?
Anyway, he's got a gun. His hat comes off.
What
It's
a
like
resemblance, though. I
yeah,
see
and
it.
a little backpack, and he's got an M16 gun, and then he's got his knife is a barong, what's like Filipino jungle like machete, and he's got a little pistol in his front pocket as well. So lots of stuff to lose.
Yep.
He's got
Because-
hat hair.
He does, yeah. But I saw him. I was like, "That's Jesse Ventura."
It is.
So
That's awesome.
That's why I bought him. And I have a roadblock from the Classified series. This was at GameStop when they were doing their 50% off like last year. One of their sales. So I think I showed it in box on an episode a long time ago, and I finally I'm opening it.
Yay.
But this is like the second roadblock that they've done, I believe. And he comes with yes.
There's at least 2, if not 3
Yeah.
different versions of him. Yeah,
But yeah.
of the classified one.
Anyway, he comes with a tiny knife, which I don't understand why he has that, but he does.
Sometimes you gotta spread some butter on some bread.
Yep, it's fallen immediately. I'm just gonna leave that here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, they did 3 different
they?
versions of Tiger Force of Roadblock.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He's pretty popular.
Badass.
Yeah, but like they didn't do the original version first. Like that
Yeah, I
was
don't
that
know.
was the first one that they did, and then
With the weird laser gun.
Yeah, and then they did I think they did the original one second
Probably.
after all the fans were like, "Why the fuck didn't
Yeah,
you do
exactly.
the original one?"
That's
first?
why. That's probably why it was 50% off, because nobody really bought it.
Yeah, no,
'cause it
him and Gung Ho, there were like
Yeah.
3 or 4 different versions of Gung Ho, and everyone was like, "Why are you making 3 different versions of this character? Make something
Right.
new."
Yeah. But he was like $8, so
Yeah,
I can't really.
pretty
complain.
cool.
Yeah.
yeah, no, when he's $8, heck yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a cool laser.
When he's $20 and you already got one,
Yeah, it's like a rail gun kind of, which doesn't really make sense, but whatever. It's a gun.
block roads with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's Roadblock. Most of the stuff is Motu stuff. Some more Masterverse. I have a Sunman. This is they made an Origin Sunman first, and then they made a Masterverse one with these kind of articulated wings, which I think this is a much better version than the Origin one, because the Origin one was basically taken from the '80s version of that figure. This is kind of a new interpretation of it, and I really like these wings a lot better than the ones that came with the Origin one, because you can actually articulate them and they look kind
They
of
look
what
awesome.
look kind of what they should be anyway. Instead of like this little on the Origin, it's like around his neck and it just flares out. And they get to give him the same kind of weapons with the shield and his kind of sword, kind of African inspired sword and all that. But
Yeah,
good
he's
head
awesome.
sculpt and everything as well. And but yeah, just a another cool version of them. I know they make a pig head as well, which I have. That's coming down the line of opening.
And you can stick those on your Ben Affleck figure and play Dogma.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Or I can stick on Steve Irwin as he's floating to heaven. Too soon?
Too soon.
But he's part of the Rulers of the Sun line as
That's
well.
cool.
So. Yeah. Then I have Jitsu. He does come with his traditional samurai sword, and they kind of added some extra armor, some kind of more samurai armor as well. He did come with his gold chopping hand.
Hiya.
Of course, on the vintage one, that was an action feature where you could move it and it would spring. It would spring forward and chop and everything. They did give him a little mask as well, which is kind of similar to what a samurai would wear as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be with an actual hat as well. This would be the bottom part of it that connects. But yeah,
It just looks like Beastman with gold teeth.
but they made him a good guy this time.
Was he a bad guy last
He
time?
was. He was part of the Evil Warriors because it was when they came out. Jitsu was on Night Stalker, the horse, the mechanical horse, and Fisto was on Stridor, and they came as
That's right.
2-packs. So they were kind of the same figure basically, or alternate figures. Fisto had a fist and he had a chopping hand. The nice thing with this figure, the face sculpt looks
Really good.
really good and not racist like the vintage
Also
one.
true, yeah.
The vintage and even the origin one. They look pretty stereotypical. This actually looks really well done, so it's good. And then finally I have a He-Man, kind of foreshadowing of our topic here. This is the Battle Armor He-Man. And he comes with, which I think all of the He-Men should come with, is a little dagger in his boot.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice feature. They started that with the Viking He-Man one or the Barbarian He-Man one, and they did it with the 40th anniversary, and they've done it with this battle armor as well. I think it just should be really going forward. You already have the mold. Just add that in there. It's not, and that's not really increased any price or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
Mattel, if you're listening.
You know
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah. He does come with his power sword and battle axe, like all He-Men. He does come with an additional shield, which you can stick on his back, or you can put on his forearm.
Oh, cool.
The shield is actually kind of an Easter egg. The design on it is from the Dragon Walker. That sticker, it's the same exact design as the sticker on the Dragon Walker. So they basically, and it's a shield emblem on that vintage vehicle. So they've actually just put it on this as well, which is cool. The whole story with Battle Armor He-Man on the box is basically that it's General Adam, and it doesn't do the thing that Jason is doing. So it doesn't. So on his chest he has battle damage. You can actually swap that out with
Different.
the non-damaged one. It only comes with the 2. It comes with a non-damage and then the 2 strikes. On a vintage one, you would be able to push his chest and it would turn over to like 1 strike, turn over again to 2 strikes, and that was the action feature of that in the vintage. And even on the origin, it did that as well.
Still, that Chris Hemsworth He-Man looks good.
Yeah, they gave him
I
gave him a
was-
beard, and they gave him a beard and long hair and like scars. But
No, it's definitely not a Ewan McGregor head.
No. And but they're calling him General Adam in the story in the back of the box, and that he's basically looking for the power sword, and he's like traveling to the Isle of Grayskull to find the power sword and all this stuff, and taking like troops with him.
So
and stuff.
this is prequel He-Man.
Well, so this is coming from the new Eternia line. So they've done several different lines. So if you think of Masterverse is like the multiverse now, what they've done with these figures. So Masterverse encompasses everything. Within Masterverse, there's Princess of Power. So you can get She-Ra, Hordak, all those characters, Frosta. And then you can have Rulers of the Sun, so you can get Sunman, Pighead, all those. You have New Eternia, so you have all these kind of new concepts within the storyline. So Jitsu is New Eternia, Battle Armor He-Man's New Eternia.
Even CGI.
Yeah, and
They're
even
bringing in-
and the CGI as well. They've made 6-inch figures of the CGI show as well.
Yeah.
But that Beastman, that deluxe Beastman, that's a new Eternia version of Beastman, and so they can throw in these characters, but then also kind of give them a new story as well, which I think is cool. But it under the entire umbrella of Masterverse, you have all of these now side lines.
So in summation, He-Man is cool. Transformers is cool. What's up with G.I. Joe?
Well, I like the classified; they're pretty cool.
Yeah. It's more about what's wrong
Especially
with
when
Corey.
when the
Yeah, I
Predator
know.
can kill them and you know,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So, that's all I have.
Awesome. All right, Spudamus. Maximus, what do you got? I can't remember his name. Jackpot.
I got this is from the Golden Disc collection, more for Cybertron. Jackpot and Sights, which is just a weird name for
His target master.
pterodactyl
Yeah.
axe with a kind of cool blast effect that goes like the orange thing. It comes off.
Okay,
Um,
it's cool.
Based on an
Yeah.
Action Master toy
Yeah.
from the 80s, which was just a toy. It didn't transform. It was just
yeah.
when they took the transformation stuff away.
Yeah,
took
and,
away
like,
the whole point of
Action
the toy.
Masters. They would have
They
like
did.
a vehicle or something that was like with them, but yeah, they didn't transform, and that was weird.
It is.
Um,
Might as well call it Action Bot or something.
And how many different characters does this dude share the sculpt with?
I mean, Jason just had one the last episode,
Okay.
wasn't it?
The G2 Jazz, and then the 86 Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Jazz Porsche mold, really.
And then I have a couple G1 Micromaster base things.
Ooh, you love
Which this is complete. The dude that comes with it is in a box somewhere. I do have it.
Dang it.
Oh,
you
I
had
have
him
a couple. Yeah,
before.
I had him already.
Cool.
So, this is Skyhopper. I'll pass that around. It
So
opens up and
into a base.
Into a base. It's got a couple ramps that come down and
Like Micro Machine scale or
Kinda
sort of?
like-
Yeah.
so.
you could put like 4-inch figures.
the other one I
on there.
have has one of the dudes.
You could put a G.I. Joe in there.
So these are the Micromaster scale guys. Is this big?
More 1.5.
Yeah, like inch and a half.
It just cut off
Gonna
his
get his head whacked off, but yeah, he fits.
Yeah. That's Skyhopper, and then so
That's cool.
he is complete with his ramps that are not over here. Then I have Ground Shaker, who is complete minus like a ramp, which is still at home, or his ramps are at home. They all like the bigger bases, like those come with like 2 to 3. Like the little square bases come with like 1. They all come with a figure that is, I can't remember what his name is, but it's used in another mold. So there's another Micromaster character.
Green Jet guy.
Yeah. Which is weird that the jet goes with that one, and then this one has like a car. So,
To have all the guns, that's cool.
yeah. That one was actually cute, the Skyhopper one, which I ended up getting in a lot with like some other ones, and I didn't even see a picture of it. And it came and it was almost complete.
Nice.
I had the gun underneath already, and then I just had to get the 2 guns on the sides, and then the guy.
I imagine that purple thing in the back gets lost too.
Yeah, it comes off and
Comes
So when
off and ends up in the backyard.
so when it's a base,
Or a
this part
vacuum.
flips up and
Yeah.
it's like a little satellite dish thing.
Is that the color it's supposed to be, or is it yellowed?
That's the color it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The tan one.
yeah, like beige. And then it kind of gets in, a segue into the thing that we're doing. I have some Optimus Primes. Jason just got me this thing, a little keychain. I don't know where he got it. but-
Timu.
Timu. Which one's cooler? They're both pretty cool. And then I just got this G2 laser Optimus Prime, which does have his trailer, but I'll pass him around.
Didn't you have this last time?
No.
No.
I had a
So many
version of that was
optimize.
clear that I
Okay,
had just
maybe that was
gotten.
it.
Same thing.
Can't keep
Yeah.
So you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So many optimize.
Yes.
That's right.
Plural.
That is a problem today.
Optimuses.
Oh, he's in good shape.
It's in
Waist
pretty good
is a
shape.
little wobbly, but
Yeah, and I had
That's
actually
scary.
take it apart and fix
Oh, okay.
the little ratchet piece. I took the Bostic.
Oh, I didn't realize the light
Bostic.
piping.
Yeah,
That's cool.
some light piping, and it actually the batteries are dead in it, or it doesn't have batteries in it, but there's a light inside the cab.
And then, so when it's got batteries, does it play Peter
So you-
Gabriel
you-
from the shoulders?
Yeah,
Note to self: light piping for a topic.
yeah, yeah. It's in pretty good shape, and
Yeah.
it was super cheap for
That's
what
the
it
best
is.
kind.
Yeah.
Does trailer come with all the doodads?
So no,
Discs or
it doesn't have any of the discs. Doesn't have the missile.
Just crude oil.
That's
It does
alright.
have the little airbag. It's still there with the hose for it.
but does at least one side sticker look awesome?
Um,
That's all that matters, right? For display.
so
Oh yeah,
he's got-
yeah, it looks great.
So the stickers on the outside are pretty good. So this one's got
I just think you just need one side to look good, so it can.
it's got stickers on the inside too.
That's
oh
cool.
yeah,
Cool.
little base mode.
Yeah. And then this piece comes down. Normally there's a little gun that'll fit up here too, a missile that goes on here, you have the airbag. And then this piece folds
Oh,
up
it shoots a missile and you
and has little discs that shoot out, so
pop.
you can turn. Yeah.
That's cool.
You know, back when they made toys, really cool.
That's true.
Yeah. And then I got these. So it's the Legacy Evolution Nova Prime, which is kind of a retool of was it the
Galaxy
Edition.
Force Edition.
Yeah.
Optimus, from
Optimus.
Galaxy Quest.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's got wings, so he's badass.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And so
A lot
yeah,
of
the other one
firepower.
didn't have wings. So that's like a new addition to this one.
Yeah, they turn into underguns.
Is this the one that Turnip was
Bitching
Plain
about. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
playing with and
Yeah.
doing
So
3D
It
stuff
turns
with? Or
around,
something?
these will be on the top. So
It's fine.
He's playing. He's getting it.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and I got that off eBay. I got it the next day.
Wow.
Nice.
Not eBay, Amazon. Yeah.
I'm digging the
The drones must have been
like the
flying
Clint
around.
Eastwood style shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of guns.
Gunman.
Gunman.
And there is actually a smaller Optimus Prime that's in there, and it's like battle armor. So, like, the whole top comes off with that head, and there's a different head and stuff in there.
a story with Nova Prime?
Yeah, there's. Oh, it's so complicated. There's later in the run of things. I mean, maybe a couple cartoons ago, they introduced like the 13 primes
Oh.
of origin,
Like
reasoning
13 Warriors?
of where. And it's so I don't know it, and I can't remember where it's from, but he's one of them.
Cool.
I don't
Yep.
know.
We're gonna get some things wrong today, folks. It's
And that's all I have.
enthusiasts. Oh, cool. Well, I thought I'd at least pick up the slack on some toy cars, since some.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't even really looked at these yet. I just saw them the other day, and I'm like, I better just grab them. Some die cast. This is a Volkswagen bus. It's Wheeljack from the Rise of the Beast. I guess we're going this way. Wheeljack, cool character, cool bus. These Jada toys are cool. I've got a bunch of them, and little ones, big ones. And then they made one for Optimus Prime as well from Rise of the Beast. I picked up a Transmutate. He's a Generation Selects based off a Beast Wars character that's like a sweet, sad character, and he's goofy, but
He's got his head looks like Nightmare Before. Like it looks like Tim Burton designed this thing.
yeah, and it's like a tragically sad character in the show, and
he's smiling really big.
so yeah, he came as like a Build-A-Figure, like way back in Beast Wars days, and he's like $1 bazillion.
Oh,
I have the head piece, so it's just kind of a head laying on my shelf there. But then I got this Deadeye Duel 2-pack.
what?
I know. This is from this thing called comic books that have stories and words in them. IDW Comics. There's these two assassin ladies, I guess. I don't know. We got Javelin there. You can see she's got some good eyeballs.
Didn't
And
they make this one already?
Not-
In another color?
Yes. Yes, he is a Tyrannosaurus Rex character, just in different, more bony colors.
Okay.
This is
Like tan.
This color scheme of the gold and that blue is of his,
Right.
and it's a new head
Yeah.
too, and
But I think Ethan had the original.
it's the T-Rex one, I
yeah.
think,
I'm sure it's lost everywhere. Pieces.
because it comes apart.
Yeah.
And then the other of the 2-pack is so that was Javelin, the purple one, and then this is Ascenticon Cascade, and she's got a eyeball too that is good for.
She looks like a Borg.
It's a couple long range shooting assassin ladies. I look forward to reading the comic book someday. Then I got a little G1 happy, pretty excited. Temu came through again. This one's just I had this guy Trailbreaker, but he just wouldn't even stand up, and he didn't have anything, and he sucked. And so I'm like, well, let me try this one. There aren't too many left on Temu that I don't already have, which is kind of sad. So I'm just like an excuse to get another G1 toy. But yeah, he's awesome, and it's like your truck, Corey.
Yeah, I think he turns into a Toyota.
Bronco. I thought it was a Bronco.
Is it? I
No,
think it's
maybe
a
you're right.
Toyota. Yeah.
Well,
I want one. It looks like
Yeah. It was great. Putting stickers on. This is clearly, I found out by putting the stickers on how to tell what's a KO and what's the original, but which is neat. Right there on his shoulders on the top, there's 2 screws, and they're flat on the original where a red sticker would go, but now it's like raised, and you can't put the sticker on there in any way, or it'll be this. Yep.
dumb.
That's flat because I had my original to
Sure.
look at it, and I'm like, dang, I can't put that sticker on. It would look
You
cool,
get a
but
Dremel.
I thought about it. I don't have one. I'd maybe have Spooty do it, but then again, like
Your
I don't.
screw wouldn't fit there either. It sticks out too. So
Well, I thought the screw looked the same as the. Anyway, whatever. It's fine.
Maybe.
And then also I found I found an eBay seller that basically his inventory is all the Transformers that are on Temu, but like a lot of the cassette packs are only in 2-packs, and I really only needed this one, and he was selling it, and like even cheaper, so like $16. I got a brand new Rat Bat, and he's fucking. I'd heard over the years that those KO cassettes were junk, and I think he's freaking great. Just be careful of the ears; they break off.
This is pretty awesome. This guy.
Yeah,
It's heavy.
It
and
doesn't like.
there's die cast on
it's
him. and-
die-cast. And,
It doesn't stay like.
Right, his head kind of falls a little, and that's the problem with the one I did have is like I had to like lean him against the wall or the back
Yeah.
of another transformer to hold his head up there. It
Yeah,
kinda
there needs
falls
to be
off.
some kind of tab to like,
tab to
click
lock
him
it
into
in
place,
there,
yeah.
but
still, I still want one.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
How much
very
was that on Temu?
Bronco-y. 50,
50.
52, something
I
like
probably
that.
won't buy one,
Okay.
but it's cool. I'll
Well, I
just,
can give you my junk one.
Does it have all the pieces?
It doesn't have any of these pieces.
Does
or
it,
his fists,
does it transform into the truck?
but the truck looks like
That's
the
all
truck.
I care about.
Yeah. Okay. I'll bring it. And then sort of lastly, I was ran over to Jay's and you have those moments when you're toy hunting, and I saw this guy, and I'm like, of all the toy stores I've ever been to in my entire life,
the toy stores in all the world, and you had to walk into mine.
I've never seen this toy, this Transformer, in any of those stores anywhere.
Is it this one?
It's this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a repaint of the Energon
Sentinel Prime.
Omega,
Prime.
but this is Omega Sentinel. So it's a blue version.
Is it a Titan?
He's a Titan. He's the Energon line is weird, and he really just kind of pulls in half and turns into like two super trains
Really?
instead of the Omega
I bet I
Supreme.
could get him into more pieces.
I bet you could. But the Omega Supreme is a rocket ship, so it's a little different,
Okay.
So, but that's the way he changed, and then I realized that they released the original Omega Supreme, and then they repainted him and released him in the platinum, and I had that, and then I got this, and I was like, holy shit, I got them all. But yeah, you never
And you have the upgrade kit too for that, don't you? That
Mhm.
actually has like the rocket.
the
hand.
rocket hand and stuff, and but the Sentinel is a very I don't want rare, but it's just they don't repaint Omega into that very often. It's a rare character. It just doesn't come around much. You saw that big white and blue guy I bought several episodes ago. I assume that's why he got sold. Got put out. It's like they got that one, and that was their new version.
Sure.
And that's how it kind of happens. Everybody upgrades to the best, newest one. But again, I've never seen him anywhere, and I got a stupid deal on him. I mean, not until I got home did I realize he actually has the wrong head, which is a bummer. But it also doesn't bother me at all because I like this color better, the blue.
It doesn't look like it's wrong.
I
Right.
wouldn't have guessed.
No, I didn't either. I mean, I looked them up really
Sure.
quick because I was like, this price can't be right. Oh, my God.
So how different is the right head?
The blue is red.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like a different.
And I
mold or
almost think the
something.
blue looks better. The red looks it stands out in a bad way. So this is the original Omega Supreme head, but I like it a lot. And then I didn't realize he's missing one of his penis missiles.
Aw.
But again, it's we all are. So
Yeah. Well, I had mine cut, so I don't have any more.
right. Anyway, so I was super stoked. Oh man, I was buzzing that day, and Michelle had to watch me and I got to I talked him down, which isn't easy to do at Jay's. I know
If the guy is there, that
you
guy's
have to
not
talk
here
to
today.
another guy, and then
Right.
I just happened to have the guy come help me, and he's like, okay,
So how much you get it for?
60.
That's not bad.
He goes for 150. Easy.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It's dumb. Anyway,
Now, what did they
All
have
those
him?
Titans
So what did they have him marked at?
70.
70. Oh, okay.
That's about
So I said, will you take 60? He's like, yeah.
All right, cool.
Just like that. I'm like, damn, I should have asked for less.
I mean,
he went too quick. That's the price we pay, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess these last two things I got can help segue us into the topic of today. But so with Temu, that's how they get you right at the end. When you're at the cash register, there's these little upsell things they hit you with a dollar here, a dollar there, and that's where I got the keychains, that your Cobra thing, your pin. It was all just like a dollar or whatever. But then I'm like, oh, what are these keychainy things? Well, those are Starscreams. I have to get those
Of course.
Obviously, yeah.
because, like we all know, see a Starscream, buy a Starscream. And I actually didn't have these. I have several Starscream keychains, which is dumb, but these two particular ones I didn't have, so I was really excited. And they're different. They're not just different sizes. They're a little different. But yeah, guys, what compels us to buy one character? So I'll start though with saying, when I was thinking about it today, I feel like I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know that anyone else did it. Like I just remember growing up, and I I don't even know why I like Starscream so much, because he's kind of a dick. You know, nobody really likes him, but like, I just did, and you get a couple, and you're like, oh, he just favoritism. He's my guy, and
Did you like it because it turned into a jet?
that was cool. It was one of the earlier Transformer toys that I remember us having, and I have memory of transforming it, and like, so it's special that way.
But there is other jets.
But there's other jets. There's
But
other
if
colors.
that's the first one you got, then that would make
Yeah.
more sense.
Maybe.
Plus, flying around jets is cool.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, even now.
But I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we had Thundercracker too. Though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
But I'm just like, I didn't know that hyper collecting, focusing on one character was even a thing until like, well, much later in my life. You know, I just thought it was just like, I mean, I guess, you know, there's like maybe a family member that collects owls and things that are owl. You know, everyone kind of does it, you know, in a way.
My wife has like a shit ton
Chess
of elephants,
sets.
chess sets.
An elephant. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
our wife
people,
has frogs, different frogs. and
why do
stuff.
we do that?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Probably.
We just all have it, you think?
I think it's comforting.
There is, isn't there?
It's therapeutic, I think. You like you find, oh look, I don't have a little frog that looks like that or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's just an example of like, or it exemplifies just collecting and the joys of collecting, but in this just very identifiable, definable way when you get to see all these things together. So what all do you? So yeah, people know I do Starscream. What do you guys? Who are your guys' guys?
I do a lot of He-Man and Skeletor. Usually, if there's a He-Man that I don't have, then I'll probably get it. But then that's kind of a combo because if you have He-Man, you have to have Skeletor because they have to fight.
yeah, absolutely.
But you don't have a favorite one of those two? Do you literally have multiple versions of the same?
Not of the same one. I have different
that's fine.
variations like Battle Armor and you know, Thunder Punch and
Yeah, he's not army building him. He's just
I'm not. Yeah. I just have different. If there's a new version or a different version of that, like the 40th anniversary, like
a
like
recolor.
like something or Snake Armor or you know of all those. So it's like, and even within the vintage and then the origins and Masterverse, like that, and really like it seems like it's either you know He-Man and Battle Cat together, and then the Skeletor. So it's like it seems like those are always together.
Yeah, if I wanted to start digging myself into a hole, I would start collecting like all of the different versions of Beastman that I could find.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
don't
few.
collect.
should
There's a
start a
few.
little
collect
sub
Motu,
collection.
but like, yeah, I mean, Beastman's the best Motu
There's
character.
not a
so-
lot though.
No, but there's like
But there are things.
there's
A dozen.
like there's the
things.
original, there's the Origins one, there's the Masterverse one, there's like all
There's
the
a
versions of
2000X one.
Yeah.
There might be two of them. now.
And
the
it goes
little
past
minis.
the toys too.
There's probably I wouldn't surprise me if there's like at least 10 different versions of Beastman.
Probably.
Right.
like,
I have
that
a
I could-
Starscream T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Masterverse shirts.
But He-Man, Skeletor.
Probably He-Man, and
He-Man.
Skeletor. They're if
Definitely
I
drawn.
have one, like if I end up picking up one, and then I'm like, well, where's the other one? Like I have to get the other one now.
Yeah.
If I, it's either one is like, well, if I get Skeletor, where's his opposite? You know, where's of this line or something? It's like, so I have to get that one. So it's like it feels like that. And then thinking about it more like with like Turtles, I have to get like all four. I found.
Yeah,
Lately.
Turtles is a rabbit hole, man,
Yeah.
because there's so
But with the four, I find because it's more like they have to be together.
But then you have like the
'Cause they-
original and the cowboy and the musician
Yeah.
and the chef and like I mean,
But in
how
each
many
line-
hundreds
But,
of
but people pick one.
Yeah.
Give me all the Donatellos.
Right. There's that.
Or
I don't
give
think
me
I'm
all
like
the
that
Genghis
with
frogs. Or give me.
Right. I'm more of
Give me both the
You're
games.
just like
from-
the,
Yeah,
leader,
exactly.
you're like the leaders.
give me the only two that they've ever. They've probably made NECA's probably made more, but for me, it's really just it's He-Man and Skeletor when it comes down to it. Like if that's probably I'd have the most of
Yeah.
of all the lines of the figures, it's probably He-Man and Skeletor.
His real answer is guitar pedals.
That's true. Yeah.
That's true. But we're talking about
Oh yeah, toys.
action figures.
Yes, that's right.
Still the toys.
Still toys. That's why I didn't say toys. I said action figures. Action dolls.
Well, the last few tour videos we did, we learned about Corey's frostbite problem.
Oh yeah, but that's army building. That's not like
That's treatable with like
electroshock therapy.
water. And
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't
But
bring
you
any
like
frostbites.
made different ones.
I made, but I
and
made different characters.
It's
in
more
like,
about army building. than-
Well, it's more about like having. It was
that
more
not
about
the
having
same?
like a winter team of all of the different character heads on that body. So it's not really because there's only like two versions of the vintage line. There's only two versions of Frostbite. There's the white one and there's the Tiger Force one. And I have both of them, but like that's for me, it's apparently Cobra Commander, and I didn't do it on purpose. Like,
all right.
I dug out all of my versions of Cobra Commander to make to take the photo to post for the Talkin' Toys online, and discovered that I have 8 different Cobra Commander figures, and then 9 if you count the micro figure that's in the little pack that's sitting over here. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a slew of Cobra Commanders in the forefront. Well, behind Spoody's micro bases. Yeah, so if you had asked me 2 days ago how many Cobra Commander figures do you have, I probably would have said, I don't know, like maybe 3 or 4. And then I went digging through my drawers, and then after I got done with that, I started looking through my collection, and get it? And here they all are. Yeah, it's just...
I thought about bringing all my human, but that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like including like Funko Pop and
Yep. Yeah.
How many-
Oh, see, and I
how
forgot
many
about
He-Man do you
that. I've
think you
got
There's
that.
another one.
Yeah, I forgot about the Funko Pop
these-
one.
I
Yeah.
don't.
So
Let me do some quick math.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
there's
happy
a
to
lot.
see it leave the span of just your little 3 3/4. That's exciting. With the Funko Pop and
Oh,
the
yeah.
minis, and
Yeah,
I mean, I
which
want to see it
the pop
classified
wasn't
over
in
there.
the picture because it's in the lunchbox that I have, and the lunchbox is just displayed upstairs with all the stuff inside of it. I forgot all about it, or it would have been in the picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's this weird hooded Cobra Commander from the comic pack, which he's actually kind of cool. There's my HasLab one. There's this retro one. There's the retro O-ring one. There's the one that came with Starscream. There's my original Mickey Mouse. There's Battle Armor. I don't know. I have 8 different ones. The only one that I probably could get again, but I don't really care because I sold it because is an original swivel arm Cobra Commander, which I had one and it was nice, but I sold him and my Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander, like the good one, which now the shitty one that I got is in way better shape than the good one that I sold after I did a restore. But like the retro O-ring one that came out last year is like a way better figure than the original. The paint, like the stripe on the
Awesome to
helmet,
hear.
the paint is. Where is he? There he is. Like, he's got like the cartoon. It's
Yeah, he's pretty.
it's the cartoon correct like colors and everything, and I mean it's this basically the same mold as the original, but he just looks so much better. Here's the original Mickey Mouse, and the only difference is the logo, and he's not swivel arm. But I mean, it just looks so much cooler. Like it's just I don't know, and it's not even that there's that much difference, but the subtle little differences just make him that much better. And so I sold my vintage one because I was like, well, this one's just way cooler. I like it better. I don't need 2 of basically the same figure. And so I probably won't ever buy another one unless I come across one like really, really cheap. But yeah, I didn't mean to. I mean, yeah, I had the I had the see a frostbite, buy a frostbite problem, but that's more army building
Yeah,
than like
you're
character
You're right.
character buying. And I don't think besides all those Cobra Commander figures, like I don't really army build, and I don't have multiples of anything. I guess I have those like the bats. I have my vintage original one, and then I have I have the 2 Transformer ones, the Shockwave and Soundwave, and then I've got the Batman one. But I don't really buy those as Bat characters. I just bought them because like they're cool.
So does it mean that Cobra Commander is your favorite character from G.I. Joe?
No. No, it doesn't.
I mean, he's the most identifiable.
He's definitely no. My favorite
but-
character's always been Tunnel Rat, and I don't know. I like him. Like Joe
So-
fans know who he is. I like him because he was the like Larry Hama's like Larry
Oh,
Hama is like that's the character that or he's who they modeled that character after, and he's the godfather of G.I. Joe.
They just made a
versions?
classified series of.
Yeah.
pretty cool.
How many versions of him?
So why don't you collect
Oh, because
all
it's expensive.
of the Tunnel Rats?
Yeah, he's expensive. I have the original. I'm missing his flashlights, and I keep seeing him. Like he's getting cheap. Like 2 years ago, people were charging $35 a piece for just his little flashlight, and now I've seen in the last couple months, I've seen 3 or 4 different times someone selling a complete figure for $35, and I keep meaning to snag one up. I just haven't done it. But there's the original. There's a Sonic Fighters version which I have because he was cheap, and then there's a Night Force version which is expensive, like 150 plus, and there's a UK exclusive or a European exclusive Tiger Force version that's expensive, and I think as far as like the vintage stuff, I think that's it, but I might be wrong. But like, I mean, just getting into the 2 figures that I don't have, that's going to be $300 to $400 for 2 figures. I'm just like, I could spend $300 to $400 on 300 to 400 Hot Wheels.
But it's interesting that a hyper collecting a character doesn't equal it being your favorite character.
Yeah,
It doesn't
well,
have to.
And like I said, like with this Cobra, I didn't do this
some
on purpose.
connection. Right.
Like I got
Also
the
weird.
retro one because like I had a couple of the retro. I wasn't going to collect the retro figures at all because they're not that good. But then I ended up with all but like him and Storm Shadow, and I was like, oh well, I'm getting pretty much all of the Cobra side, so I need to get all of them, I guess. So there's the completionist side. So then I got him, and I still don't have a Storm Shadow. And then there's the one that came with the HasLab, and then there was the one that came with the Duke and Cobra Commander 2-pack, and I was all over that because it was the original, or it was like O-ring stuff that, new O-ring stuff, and I got excited about that. And the others, like there's a few vintage ones, but like I didn't really collect them because after Cobra Commanders, I got them because like I had the hooded one and the battle armor one when I was a kid. And I honestly don't remember if I had an original like cartoon version, like light blue when I was a kid.
Well, there are a lot of Cobra Commanders out there. I mean,
Yeah,
G.I.
there's a
Joe
ton.
did
There's
a lot of lines through the years.
Well, and like the one that I kit bashed and gave to you, that's like 3 different figures, 3 different Cobra Commander figures that I stuck all together. Yeah, like I definitely don't have all of them. There's probably
should get some more.
there's a ton that I don't have.
Since you now know that you're collecting Cobra Commanders.
Apparently, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, there's a couple of them that I sold. Like, there's one from the 90s that I sold last year because it's really ugly. I don't like it at all. Like, I'm not gonna have something in my collection that I just don't like just because it's a Cobra Commander, like
I do.
or whatever. Like like
I was doing a quick tally here. I think I have at least over 20 He-Men
Nice.
from across the lines and stuff. That's just ones I can think of off the top of my head.
yeah.
There's
See, I
probably
think
more.
there needs to be a panoramic shot of those posted
I'd
somewhere.
have to dig them all out. They're all on tips and
Well,
everything.
you got time sometime next couple weeks.
So how many Starscreams do you think you have?
Right, I was trying to tally them up too, and I
Good
there's no way I
fucking luck.
could bring them all.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but
Like rough guess.
100?
no,
200?
1,000?
no. There's
50
yeah, maybe at most.
at most? Huh. Are they all different, or do you have multiples of any?
There's of all different, but I have multiples. I have because I can't.
Right, you can't not buy one.
So in
and you still haven't gotten the one from Dollar Tree.
in the bedroom, I have them all by line.
Oh, the Dollar Tree.
So the first version goes in there with the lines, and then when I get a second one, then it goes out in the living room with the Starscream collection.
Right.
So there's
So you have a secondary Star.
there's
collection.
30, 40 out in the living room in the Starscream collection.
Right. There's the
But
spank
then there's
material
one
in the
of each,
bedroom, and then
probably
what everyone
still.
else sees.
With each line that I have shelved up. So, well, maybe it's a Transformer thing. I don't know. Spoody's the only person I know that was like really like picked a character also and went with it, and he's kind of done 2 characters really.
Well, like I said, I was gonna say I was in the same boat as Corey, in that the one I have the most of isn't necessarily my favorite character.
Right.
Like I have well over 100 Optimus Primes. I have
a lot of
because
not
they
a
make-
lot of multiples.
But they make I
have-
one in every toy line.
yeah, or
Or
3
3
or 4,
or 4.
and they have since 1984.
Yeah.
So there's
Well,
a
there's-
lot of them.
there's
And
like-
there's still a ton I don't have.
Ton.
There's like at least 3 different versions of the War for Cybertron one, right?
Yeah, there's one in each one, and then there's
Yeah.
a Netflix version.
Yeah.
There's a spoiler Nemesis Prime.
Then there's all of the product placement ones, like the Pepsi Optimus Prime, and
which I don't have.
Russell has that one.
You can count the repaints, the Nemesis.
Pepsimus
and,
Prime.
Yeah.
Optimus.
I mean,
Pop.
I have probably
Optimus Prime. Damn it, I was
6
so close.
Yeah.
6 or 7 G1 Primes, like,
Right.
and trailers and everything. But there's a bunch I have multiples of.
So why Prime? It just happened.
Looks cool, and there's a lot of them,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like I want all of them.
Well,
So
right. Of the Transformers.
yeah, I want every Transformer.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be awesome. But
Yeah.
Grimlock's probably more of my favorite,
Personal.
which I have a lot of.
Uh-huh.
Also, probably not 100. I don't think there's
Yeah.
that many.
Plus all the Creo.
Oh yeah.
But he's one of the top 8 that are in every line.
Yeah.
So that helps you get the numbers.
I mean,
up.
I probably have 40 or 50 Grimlocks.
Are there any characters that you have more of than Starscream?
Good question. Good question. No.
No. How many Cobra Commanders do you have?
Maybe Optimus Prime, because there's so
That's
many.
true. Cobra Commanders, I have probably
Bumblebees.
10.
10?
And I probably have I have more Skeletors than I do Cobra Commanders. I
Yeah.
at least have a dozen of them.
They make a lot of them.
And then there's on the horror side, the Frankensteins or
Yeah.
the Leatherfaces. I kind of hyper focus on those, but
Yeah. Which do you have more of, Leatherface or Frankenstein?
That's a good question. Leatherface.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Grimlock, he's pretty cool.
Ultra Magnus is up there too, but which is some of those are the same as Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like the G1 is the
yeah.
exact same thing.
yeah, sort of
Well, the
the main part of it.
the main part
yeah.
of it, the robot.
But he's not in every series either. He's not. They don't do as many of those.
No, I mean there's a Prime and a Bumblebee in every series.
Pretty much. Fucking Bumblebee. Which I don't.
Right, you probably have more Bumblebees than you do lots of other things.
Yeah. Not that I want them.
But you do.
You have to
Yeah.
have them.
So what do you think your connection with Grimlock is, or where'd that come from?
Dinosaurs are cool.
That's
True.
That's really
Very
it.
true.
That's it. You can't
He
argue.
was
Yeah.
the main one of those.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
The most identifiable, the way he talks, iconic.
Yeah, I mean the rest of them
Right.
never really said much in
No.
any of the cartoons. And
Because he was
they're
the
all
king.
cool, but T-Rex is just cooler. So Swoop's pretty cool, but
Be Grimlock.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's it. I
okay.
I think it was just me, Grimlock.
Man, I'm gonna start getting Corey more Cobra Commander shit just to help enable
Yeah.
enable him.
I'll just end up selling it.
That's true.
Yeah.
You sell gifts. You can do that.
Yeah, of course you can. You just don't tell the person.
Oh, but what if I come over and I'm like,
Hey, where's that thing about you?
Can I play with that toy that I got you that I wanted to play with?
No, it's in the package. I re-gifted it.
I do enjoy like Shockwave and Soundwave, but I don't
Mhm.
have nearly as many.
The only Shockwave and Soundwave thing I have is the bats.
Yeah.
I'll have Soundwave in January when he finally ships. Looking forward to that one.
Any more thoughts on why people do this? Have you seen other collections that you're like, whoa, that guy collects a lot of that?
There's one I've seen with like Evelyn. People collect all the
that's just
Evelyns. Evelyns.
I mean, yeah, I but it's all. I'm saving it all for talking toys, I guess. 'cause
Oh, I was
it's
going to say,
like-
can you think of what
Oh
Jeremy's
yeah, like
is?
Jeremy. Yeah, I know Jeremy's like, but yeah,
Or
it's-
Eddie's? Or
I mean,
Saving
there's
that
a
for
guy
talking
that collects
toys.
Mario that's in the
Yeah.
Guinness book that has
Sure.
10,000 plus
wow.
I'm
just
sure-
Mario things.
Of all the Marios.
I'm sure
Not Mario
there's-
Brothers, not any of the other characters,
Just
just Mario.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Those make for some kick-ass displays.
Yeah.
yeah, they do.
Wish mine was a little more together.
I'm sure it's something that when in our youth that we, got attached to playing with this toy, and now as an adult, you're like chasing that feeling.
Oh, for me, I guess.
Exactly.
Okay,
That
there.
hit of plastic.
It didn't really occur to me till right now because it's not a character, but I have how many Sky Strikers?
I thought about it earlier.
It's like
Yeah.
I got a ton of Sky Strikers, and it's because that's my favorite vehicle, and I have bought all the ones that I have. I bought on purpose, and
Still should have got that one on tour.
I know. And if I have the money, when Chicago rolls around, or not Chicago, Kane County. If I have the money when Kane County rolls around,
It's gonna
and
have
I
another.
see one for a good deal, I'll probably buy another HasLab one because it's so fucking good.
You're definitely the one I worried about the most with this topic because just the way you collect is different than the three of us
Yeah.
and most people in the universe.
Well, considering I had like one toy to bring this week.
You've just always been. You've never been collecting on characters,
yeah.
which has always drove us nuts and the world and anyone who listens of like, but classified is cool, and just not you not bridging that gap with the character to bring you into it.
Oh yeah, no, I just don't
You
care
just
about
don't.
them. I don't
Right.
think they're not. I think they're cool. I don't think that they're not cool because the more that I see them, the more I look at them, the more I'm like, these are really cool. I just don't care about them. Like
Yeah.
they don't do anything for me. Like I know there's a classified scale tunnel rat, but like if and when I ever get around to doing the giant diorama that I want to do and have kind of not really, but kind of started working on, like there's no place in there for any of that stuff. Like.
But if you at Kane County see a classified tunnel rat at a fairly decent price, you're not compelled in any way because it's your guy.
No.
You're so weird.
Because I already have my guy.
I kind of want to buy it now.
Like I already have
No,
I already
wanna
have
start
the
a
original
tunnel rat
one.
collection. Just
Yeah, I mean no, because like I already have the one like that I want. So, and there aren't more versions. I mean, I want the other versions, but I'm not going to spend that much money on the other versions. Like it's just no.
but you have bought a few versions of the Sky Strikers.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because they're awesome.
Toys are awesome. That's right.
Mhm.
Well,
That's the takeaway.
that's right. The more the merrier.
Toys are awesome.
Well, let's take a quick break. We're going to tell you about our podcast network. That's the PFPN. What's that stand for, Corey?
Puffpin.
That's how you pronounce it. That's not what it stands for. What's it stand for?
P-Skybed Films Podcast Network.
That's right. That'll make Insane Mike really happy to hear that. Well, let's let this lady tell you what it really means.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
I think when you pronounce it, it's actually supposed to be fun. I think the P's are silent.
You're probably right. Well, all right, guys, it's time to get gnarly. Here's Elgin with Store Tour.
All right, today's store is called the Gnarly Toybox.
That's not it.
Oh, it's not? It's at 7625 West Hampden.
You sure it's not Garnley?
Well, that could be. Avenue. Unit 2, Lakewood, Colorado. Lakewood, Colorado is a southwestern suburb of Denver. So if you're in the Denver area, go south and west, and you will go to Lakewood. There's a large collection of Jason's favorite thing, My Pet Monsters.
Yes.
Star Wars, TMNT, that's Teenage Mutated Network.
Men, the T's are
Turtles.
silent.
And
Guys in your letters.
Wrestlers, however you want to pronounce it. Motu, Mask, Marvel DC, Care Bears, Universal Monsters, and etc. That's the Gnarly or Gnarly Toy
I've
Box.
been working on my Etcetera collection.
Yeah, exactly. That's 7625 West Hampden Avenue. Not Hampton, Hampden Avenue. Unit 2, Lakewood, Colorado.
We need to get out there. We don't get to Colorado very much ever.
That's because they legalized it in Illinois.
Okay. Moving on. Time to hear from you guys. Here's Corey with Talking Toys.
So Jeremy, he says, this is what Jeremy says, he says, although G.I. Joe is my passion, I really like anything in the E.T. line. He has so much E.T. stuff. It's actually pretty cool. I gave him very recently, I added to his collection with it was the E.T. story on vinyl narrated by Michael Jackson.
Nice.
I listened to it once. I found it at Goodwill for like $3. I listened to it once. I was like super creeped out, and then I thought, hey, Jeremy would like this. And then Jeremy number 2, Jeremy Zeigenhorn, he has, what's his store called?
Bartertown.
There you go. I am a vintage completist, but will grab all the lines of any Dreadnought figure out there. I also tend to hoard troop builders of any kind. This is why you will never find vintage stormtroopers, foot soldiers, or Cobra officers at my booth or store. So Jeremy's a Dreadnought dude.
That's cool to know.
Yeah. Geeking Poetic, is this Larry and Megan
Yes.
for us? Oh, it says Larry and Megan. We each have our own focus characters we collect. Larry specifically collects TIE Fighter pilot figures, and Megan collects Indiana Jones. While we each collect plenty of other toys from those respective lines, we focus specifically on those two the most. TIE Pilot and Indy Megan has it a bit tougher as there are so many Indy figures, dolls, props, etc., whereas the TIE Pilot has considerably less variations, but still more than enough. Let's see. Brian Clark said, I like plastic lizards. And that sounds just like him.
You know what he sounds like now.
I know. And Brandon Robinson responded to that. I'm a fan of supernatural eliminators and adolescent underground radical reptiles. This isn't a political show, Brandon. Let's see. Ken Tomlin. He says, for me, it's Beachhead. At last count, I have 20. While he's in the top 3 favorite Joes, he's actually not my favorite. I would consider myself an army builder, but whenever I find Beachhead, Freefall... he said, I wouldn't consider myself an army builder, but whenever I find Beachhead, Freefall, or Repeater reasonably priced, I buy them. He said, Peter. As for why I'm obsessed with those 3 figures in particular, well, when I was younger, I wanted to join the Army and become an airborne ranger, which is what those 3 figures are. I'm colorblind, and since I couldn't pass the test, that dream quickly evaporated. Ken, we never knew. Huh. Obviously, he's not offended by all the shit talking we do about you.
He must not be.
I
You can't see the comments. So it's fine.
Yeah,
That was Elgin's chance to give it back.
Black and white colorblind. I responded to him and said, Ken, I'm thinking more different versions of the same character like Jason and his obsession with getting every version of Starscream ever created. Julian Wolf, he said, Firefly, kind of. Not much of a single character collector, but he and Copperhead are my favorites. I guess Cobra Commander is on par with those two as well. But what Joe fan doesn't have 15 Cobra Commanders? Me? I said I only have 8. I discovered that when I took the photo. If someone has asked me, I probably would have said 3 or 4. I had said that during the show. He said I was counting duplicates. You don't have any duplicate Cobra Commanders? And I didn't see that part of his question. And no, I don't. I don't have any duplicates. Other than Frostbite, I don't.
What's wrong with you?
I think I don't have. I think I have 2 Vipers and I have 2 Cobra Troopers maybe, and then for all of my vintage Sky Strikers, they each have an Ace Pilot with them, but I don't have. Other than that, I don't have multiples of more than maybe. I might have 2 of a couple of other ones, but I don't keep multiples around. If I have an extra one, I sell it. Unless it's an extra one that I'm keeping for body parts in case one of them breaks.
For one of your sweet videos.
Yeah. Let's see. Then the rest of his comment. I don't think you're missing out on some of the others. I have the Talking Battle Commanders one, the Weird 91, Cobra Commander, Star Brigade, Battle Corps, and the Clear Blue one from the comic pack as well. The only one I really like out of those is the Star Brigade version because he's so different. And then I commented, but I already said that stuff during the show. And then over here, Russell, he says, Russell Borgomanerio, Borgomanierio, he says, Hot Wheels 1957 Chevys. He does, anytime he sees any kind of 57 Chevy Hot Wheel and anything else, he buys it. He loves those. Eddie, Jazz, Transformers, Jazz, Hot Wheels, 62 Chevy pickup. I know he's Jazz is his guy as far as character building. When it comes to Power Rangers and Turtles, you definitely need the whole team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, you got Elgin's stamp of approval there, Eddie. Mushroom stamp of approval.
Keep up.
Chris Madison says, Starscream and Soundwave, Cobra Commander, Skeletor, Darth Vader, and Boba Fett. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been more interested in the antagonists. Villains are just more fun. I agree with you, Chris.
I also agree.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to G.I. Joe, the vehicles are cooler, the characters are cooler. I don't know. It's they did a good job with the Cobra
So I know
stuff.
Larry's got a fairly impressive Miss Piggy collection.
That's true. I don't know why that didn't come up.
Yeah, did we ever get an answer why out of him?
And my wife actually collects a bunch of Spock figures.
Oh, that's
What?
right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There's a bunch of them that I've bought over the years and stuff.
So does she collect them, or do you collect them for her because she likes them?
She likes them, and I just get them for her for gifts. It's like the frog thing.
Has she ever bought one for herself?
That's how some of these collections start. You just say
That's how mine started. My wife bought me a G.I. Joe thing, and it's
here we are. Yeah. All right, before we go today, just want to remind you guys to head on over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. If you like the show, you want to help support us, tell your friends, head over to that website, give a couple bucks, and it'd really help a lot. Fees and stuff. One of the sweet perks you get is your name read on the show, like these awesome patrons. We got Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Peter Glinsman, and Alex LaForest. 4 of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet.
Word.
That's right. Well, all right. I guess that's it. We're going to go.
Let's go find some more He-Man
Yeah,
and
let's-
Starscream.
I'm not going to go hunting Cobra Commanders.
I'm going to go try and count my Starscreams later. That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
sure.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.